Ruth Stiles Gannett was born in 1923. She is an American children's book writer best known for her character Elmer Elevator and his Dragon trilogy. She published My Father's Dragon in 1948. She also published Elmer and the Dragon in 1950 and The Dragons of Blueland in 1951. The illustrations in her books were created by her stepmother, who was also named Ruth. So both women are referred to by their first and middle names. The illustrator is Ruth Chrisman Gannett. Miss Vanderhoff is going to read as part 1 of My Father's Dragon. My Father Meets the Cat.
Okay. I'm going to be reading My Father's Dragon by Ruth Stiles Gannett. All right, here we go. This is a chapter book. Chapter 1. My Father Meets the Cat. One cold, rainy day when my father was a little boy, he met an old alley cat on the street. The cat was very drippy and uncomfortable, so my father said, "Wouldn't you like to come home with me?" This surprised the cat. She had never before met anyone who cared about old alley cats. But she said, "I'd be very much obliged if I could sit by a warm furnace and perhaps have a saucer of milk." "We have a very nice furnace to sit by," said my father, "and I'm sure my mother has an extra saucer of milk." My father and the cat became good friends, but my father's mother was very upset about the cat. She hated cats, particularly ugly old alley cats. "Elmer Elevator," she said to my father, "if you think I'm going to give that cat a saucer of milk, you are very wrong. Once you start feeding stray alley cats, you might as well expect to feed every stray in town, and I'm not going to do it." This made my father very sad, and he apologized to the cat because his mother had been so rude. He told the cat to stay anyways, and somehow he would bring her a saucer of milk each day. My father fed the cat for 3 weeks, but one day his mother found the cat's saucer in the cellar, and she was extremely angry. She whipped my father and threw the cat out the door. But later on, my father sneaked out and found the cat. Together, they went for a walk in the park and tried to think of nice things to talk about. My father said, "When I grow up, I'm going to have an airplane. Wouldn't it be wonderful to fly just anywhere you might think of?" "Would you like to fly very, very much?" asked the cat. "I certainly would. I'd do anything if I could fly." "Well," said the cat, "if you'd really like to fly that much, I think I know a sort of way you might get to fly while you're still a little boy." "You mean you know where I can get an airplane?" "Well, not exactly an airplane, but something even better. As you can see, I'm an old cat now, but in my younger days, I was quite a traveler. My traveling days are over, but last spring, I took just one more trip and sailed over to the island of Tangerina, stopping at the port of Cranberry. Well, it just so happened that I missed the boat, and while I was waiting for the next, I thought I'd look around a bit. I was particularly interested in a place called Wild Island, which we passed on our way to Tangerina. Wild Island and Tangerina are joined together by a long string of rocks, but people never go to Wild Island because it's mostly jungle and wild animals. So I decided to cross the rocks and explore it for myself. It certainly is an interesting place, but I saw something that made me want to weep. I wonder what it is. There's Wild Island.
Tune in next week for more of My Father's Dragon.